back, guys.
We are back.
We are ready for episode 4.
Y'all, time is flying.
Okay, they say it flies when you're having fun.
We are having fun. So, y'all, I have the funniest story time about our last episode.
Okay.
Whenever we were talking about community boyfriends. So, one of my cheer moms, love her to death. She actually made your team. So, I'm not coaching her this year. So, I went to go see her at your first practice today to check in. So, her mom was messaging me this morning. And so, she was talking about how she related to the community boyfriend episode because, okay, here's why. So she's building a house in a new town. So she's moving towns from where she is now to where she's going.
Okay.
So she found out that she was moving next door to her ex-boyfriend from high school.
Ooh.
Who will be teaching her daughter.
Ooh.
And guess who he married? Her best friend from high school.
Oh! Are her best friend not friends?
No, they're good. They're good.
Oh.
Everybody's good. I mean, everybody's moved on. We're all living life now.
Yes.
But when she said she was dying laughing whenever we were talking about that episode because small town problems.
Yes.
Community boyfriends are everywhere. Apparently.
And their next door neighbors.
She is building a house. She bought this land and she's building a home from scratch. Like, she picked out everything, all the things, and come to find out, she gonna be next door to her ex-boyfriend and her best friend.
Ooh, it's too late now.
Small towns, but she's like, this is what happens in small towns, and I'm like, yes. So a lot of you girlies can probably relate to the small town shenanigans that go on, and it follows you in your adult life as well sometimes.
That is crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, at this point, I feel like you need to survey every person you've had in your personal life if you live in a small town and like make sure that they have completely changed area codes.
Okay.
All of the things.
Could you imagine if like
There's
they weren't
no
cool?
way.
I'd have to move. I'm sorry.
I'm not even like me and my exes are not friends, but I don't want to live next door to them.
Right.
Absolutely
Like,
not.
okay.
Absolutely not.
We ain't no bad terms, but the last person I want to move next door to with my husband and my family and see in passing frequently is not my ex. That's not somebody I want to see frequently.
I'm just glad she was laughing about it. Like, this is something we can laugh about.
Because she's investing in this house. Like, this is not like we got a hotel room next door.
No,
this is like a home
I'm gonna be here for real.
And
She's
then when her daughter's doing assignments, that's going to him. Like,
he's gonna be her teacher.
That's gonna be her teacher. Isn't that crazy? Small town problems. What feedback have you guys gotten about the podcast? I know we've all been getting messages from friends and even people we don't know. So what have y'all?
My feedback has been very overwhelmingly positive. Like, people like, oh my gosh, I'm listening to the podcast while I'm at the gym or I'm, driving to work. And it's been the ad libs that y'all chime in, people are eating up. I think it's so funny because, my circle doesn't know y'all. And so, like, just the little jabs y'all put in and Amber, your facial expressions. People
are
eating it up.
Yeah.
So, I think about my face is going to tell it if I don't say it. So.
I think it's funny that your circle, because they don't know us, and our circle they're literally obsessed with you. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, Amy's so pretty. I relate to Amy. Like,
our friend Caitlin, friend Caitlin was like, yep, Amy's the one I relate to.
Caitlin, we gotta meet because I've heard great things about you, and I feel like I could be your new friend.
Well, and also speaking of shout outs, so my choreography season has started. If you guys don't know, I do choreography full time for cheerleading. So I started my season. Shout out to Mark Westview High School, but I started my season, and I also talked to another coach because it's that time of year where we're going to be talking to all the coaches, and a lot of my athletes have been listening to our podcast. So I know. At first I was like, but it is what it is. It's just life.
I think that's cute. They want to know about us.
Right.
We're changing young minds.
Right. So shout out to DeSoto Middle School girlies as well.
Hey, y'all.
Love y'all. Yes.
Tell all your friends.
Yes.
But make sure you're in those books too. Don't be putting in these AirPods, listen to this podcast, and you're not getting your homework done.
Okay.
Yes.
Or doing your chores, because we will not be responsible. We made it through. So
don't stress your coach out. Don't stress your parents out.
Okay? Please don't.
End of story. So. But yeah, so I feel like we've just been getting a lot of positive feedback and relatable, just I love that. I love our banter. I love that we're able to talk about whatever. Listen, we've had a week too. Like, there's been several moments this week. I'm going to be fully transparent.
Oh, God.
There's been y'all readjusting.
I know she's gonna talk about me.
There's been several moments this week where I really wanted to like end her, but
everything's fine.
Aimee, thank goodness, again, is our buffer. But even I think even Aimee is probably frustrated too this week. We just had a lot of trials and tribulations go on this week. And
but you know how I am.
I do.
It's all out of love.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah. That makes me feel better.
Really? Mm-mm. So you didn't know that?
I just take time outs from her and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not going to talk to her. So
at the end of the day, we all want what's best. And so it can be frustrating making sure everything is right for all of us.
But you don't have to get an attitude.
Oh, here we go.
See, y'all?
Did you see how she said that to me? I feel like she had attitude when she said
you
that
need friends like me. Is what you need, because I'm gonna tell you what's up for real, for real.
No, y'all need friends like me.
Okay, because
forget them.
Thank goodness Aimee buffers for us at all times.
Listen,
because I'll be like, Aimee, you need to check me if I'm out of line. Don't I?
Yeah,
I'll be like, check me if I'm.
You ain't got to ask me.
Oh, I don't ask you. Yeah. I don't want you checking me if
I'm just gonna give her unsolicited information.
Exactly.
That
I don't
want to hear
because Amber's delivery, and
is.
this is what we always talk about, is Amber's delivery. She does. I believe that you don't mean any harm. You mean well, but the way Amber says things comes across rude sometimes.
No, I know.
Or
my
aggressive.
I spent my entire
and so
life.
I asked Aimee to check me because I know Aimee will come with a softer tone.
She's gonna give you that chat GPT answer, and I'm gonna give you yes.
No,
give her the,
I give you neutral.
I feel like chat GPT is neutral.
No,
chat GPT is like an email that you would send to your manager. I want to send it one way, and then you're gonna make it nice. That's who you are.
There's so many people that are going to listen to this podcast that would probably feel that I'm the polar opposite. Like, the amount of responses I have to have other people check for me, especially when I'm emotional. Like, I guess I can be very level-headed and see both sides when I'm not in it. But if it's me and my emotions are heightened, I'm an Amber.
Yeah. And that's why our friendship circle works, because in this like, we all know what our strengths are, and I know if I come to you, you're going to tell me, and I'm going to accept it and be able to take accountability for it before I can if you were to tell me. And that's not a bad thing. It's just.
But I know, I acknowledge it. I understand who I am too. So she's absolutely right. I need to work on my delivery, but like, now I'm at my big age. I don't know if I'm going to be able to change that. You're teaching an old dog new tricks.
But you're a million times better.
I think so too.
Oh, you've grown. Oh, yeah.
You're not grown.
You have. Amber, we've been friends for 17, 18 years.
I would
hope you have grown. So I don't mean like you've grown because you were off. I'm saying we have matured so much in the 17 years of our friendship. So I think it's a great thing.
No, I used to pop off. Like, y'all don't realize in high school, I was always kicked out of my math class. Miss Robertson, like
math specifically, what was happening in math?
Oh, I'm terrible. Listen,
that's why she bad at numbers.
That's why she bad at numbers. Out of all the subjects,
probably. Thanks a lot, Miss Robertson.
Out of all the subjects, you was kicked out of math.
Math was hard for me. English easy because I say whatever. You know what I'm saying? I love English. I tested out of my English. I didn't have to take English classes in college because
you were just free with words.
But math I took twice.
That's okay.
In college, yeah. I just wasn't the math girly. Numbers freaked me out, except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it.
5, 6, 7, 8 to be specific.
5, 6,
this
7,
is
8.
Come
that
up.
Was faster.
That's gonna come up in all of our.
That was faster, Aimee.
I'm not accepting that. It's fine. But I want to go back to something that we said earlier about growing and changing. We had a scenario that popped off for all three of us last week that we had to deal with, and for once, I saw old traits of myself pop up. And Amber, it was bad because Amber and I were on
I had
fire.
to be the level-headed one.
She was very level-headed, and Amber and I were ready to burn some stuff down.
Man, run up, get done up.
And we won't share what the scenario was, but it made me think about the fact of, like, being put in certain scenarios. Like, I have like just muscle memory and how I respond to where like I don't even think about how much I've grown. Like, I just automatically snap back into like,
it's different when you feel disrespected though.
Yes,
don't make me feel some type of way,
right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like when I feel disrespect or someone's trying to have one up on me, like I don't I'm not gonna have. It sounds bad. I'm not gonna have consideration for you to an extent when you don't have any consideration for me. And
Come on,
Okay.
last
That'll
week's
preach.
scenario that we dealt with, like I remember Amber put in our group text, I know we said we changed. And I was like, to an extent.
We just told all the people.
We changed, Aimee. We did it. We gotta tell them the truth.
But in that moment, and even today,
Oh, don't get fired up again.
Like,
yeah.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
oh god,
Everything's fine.
Listen,
it was a lot, like blood rushing. So I think like growing and maturing in certain situations.
But you
is
didn't go
great.
there though. You felt like you were.
I
Y'all
did.
felt like it, but y'all still contained yourselves.
If given the opportunity, though.
if y'all
all it
would've
took was one wrong look, and y'all would have lost it.
man.
I
Listen, honey, listen.
It was like literally there was one moment where Amber literally was like, she was so pissed. Like we made eye contact with the people that ignited the situation, and all I know is she got mad and my blood pressure just skyrocketed. Like I was angry.
Yeah.
It was bad. So
I black out. I just completely black out. I spiral immensely, and
I mean, even in college, when we go to parties, you'd be ready to fight.
because bump
anybody.
me in line. Like
We would be
see
walking
me?
through the party, and somebody bumps Amber, and I'd be like, "We're about to get kicked out. It's over."
y'all, last night, in our home, we have Ring cameras, right? And I had to like literally give myself a pep talk. Like I heard our neighbor talking on our Ring camera about how we have cameras, and everyone in our neighborhood has Ring cameras. And the person that was with my neighbor was like, "Man, F them." I don't know who this person was. They were a complete stranger. But do you know how long it took me to calm myself down for putting
girl,
on my
turn to your neighbor and say, "Neighbor,
I
girl."
replayed in my head 50 million times how I was about to walk outside in my bonnet and my robe and be like, so what would you say to that?
So what's that I heard on my Ring
What would-
camera?
Right,
I
because
played-
you got video footage.
Yeah. I played in my head what was it going to be like if the neighbor came outside and what I was going to say. And I literally had to sit for a second and be like, Aimee, like, this is a stranger. Yes, they were talking about...
But you didn't let it go.
I didn't. And that's
So you
what
have
growth happens. Yeah.
You get triggered, and you acknowledge it, and then y'all calm. And
I
that's
told
good.
Jasmine some neighbor stories too. I'll have to
Oh, her neighbor.
update you. Yeah,
Her neighbor is
out of hand.
hard. Know that you have neighbors and be considerate of your neighbors. I said I'm considerate of my neighbors. I feel like
Consideration. I think that's why I pop off. I think lack of consideration,
yeah.
disrespect, and all of that. I think, as mentioned before, being put in certain scenarios, like it is just very easy to just skyrocket from 0 to 100 because like it's just like that moment of being able to like calm myself down is just not there. If I feel feelings that make me like put me in a headspace where I'm like, oh no, like you're not about to play me like a fool.
exactly. Don't play in my face.
Please don't play in my face because I'm gonna play in yours back. So it's gonna be worse. Sorry. I'm gonna change. No,
Have
it
you?
ain't
You
me.
just went there
I
that
know.
quick.
I know. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
But knowing that about yourself, knowing that about your friends, I think can also, as you two told your story about whatever happened between y'all, it allowed, like, you're in the moment and your emotions are high, but then you're able to, like, step back from it, resolve, get yourself back to a calm place of knowing, like, hey, like, I have emotions, my friend has emotions, there's probably a lot of things that are going on, we can pick up and move on.
Yeah, because even though we wanted to kill each other a few times this week, like, we good.
Yeah, we're good.
Unless there's something you want to talk about, Amber.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack.
What?
Listen, do we need to go back to the Bridezilla episode? I just take the word bride out and just call her Zilla. That's what your new nickname is Zilla. She went from all that jazz to gray pants. If you know, you know, gray
If you
pants
know,
era
you know,
to Zilla. Listen, because she takes on a lot of things at once.
I do.
And
But I
she
thrive
doesn't
doing that, though. Like, I love that.
But I feel like we're also reaping the consequences of your thriving or thrivation. I'm making up a new word.
Consequences is a stretch.
Listen, the way she is so snappy in a text message, like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
I know
so-
the way she talks. I can hear her saying it.
Okay, so I want to unpack that, though. So, this is me.
Please do, Aimee.
This is me. I'm going to be devil's advocate. So,
Okay.
I'm the devil on
What?
both of y'all's shoulders. Can you really, truly
You figure out somebody's tone in a text message.
in a text?
No.
Her, yes.
How?
Because I know Jasmine. Look at it. See, I just know Jazz. I've known her too long to know that if she says something in a text, I can read it in the way she would say it.
Okay, so I want to add another layer to that. If a person says or texts a statement, and let's say there was nothing that happened around the time of that message that would indicate that they are in any type of mood, versus that message being sent if you've gotten any inkling that there was type of mood, would you read the message the same exact way?
No, absolutely not.
If the circumstance around y'all's interactions were different.
Maybe it depends on how many messages we have sent to each other, then I would understand what type of mood she's in.
That's what I'm saying. But
I feel like we're in a relationship. Jesus. Get me out of here.
Do you feel like the elements leading up to a message make you assume the tone that they're speaking in? Okay.
I can draw a conclusion or two, and they be right.
Well, my message in the text that we're referring to, that tone was not there.
Which one? You don't know which one I'm referring to because it was several.
I'm talking about the text thread when you said I was snappy and what you were just talking about.
Okay. There was a couple threads.
Did they all happen sequentially in the same day?
It's only Wednesday.
Only Wednesday.
And we've had issues every day so far, like big ones. I feel like the week ain't even we just in the middle of the week.
I don't feel like they were big. That's a reach.
Listen, let me tell you, when I start traveling and get on the road, I'm really not trying to deal with this. I'm not trying. Yeah, let me reach. I'm not trying to deal with the sarcasm. I'm not trying to deal with the attitude. Like,
I think it's very obvious. I'm not the problem.
What did me and your mother talk about? Your mama even said it.
What?
You need to be consistent. And your auntie, you need to be more consistent. Jasmine's usually happy, positive, like.
So I'm not allowed to have a day.
She's Bubbles. If we're what are they called? The Powder Puff Girls? She's Bubbles, okay?
Wait, that's Teletubbies.
No, baby. That's not Teletubbies. That's Tinky Winky Dipsy and La La.
That is true.
Okay, you're right. My bad.
You remembered the Teletubby name.
You're right. My bad.
I would probably be the green one. You're the redheaded one. Bubbles, Buttercup, whatever. Anyway, she's just the happy one. I'm the green one who's a little aggressive, and you're the one that's in between both of us. Like, we are literally the Powder Puff Girls. So, Jasmine, watch your mouth. She needs to consistently be Bubbles. You don't get to be who I am. You need to be consistent. We talked about this with her aunties, and they agreed with me and her mom. Not the deep breath. Did you catch your breath? Are you better? Did that make you feel good?
See, that's the time.
That's condescending. That was really condescending.
She be slick at the mouth, and then be wondering why I be snippy. Like, I'm just supposed to sit here and let her be. Amber outside of her neck.
Amber the type is gonna kick you and roll you down the hill while you already down.
Yes.
While you try to
she gonna run you over and then come back and run over
but I'm
again.
going to also bring you a cold glass of water after the beating. Because I'm gonna support you.
But she just expects you to sit there and not say nothing back when she's talking. Okay.
So the listeners are probably like, what is happening, y'all? This is real life. This is real life.
This is real life.
It
Poor
happens.
Aimee.
I'm good. I'm good. I
you
get
have
a kick
to
out
deal
of
with
it.
us.
It's probably because we see each other so often too.
We see each other every day at work.
Every day for the most part. So we just get probably a little too much of each other.
It's
we
like
see
siblings.
each other every day at work, and now we're seeing each other even more because we're filming the podcast.
It's like siblings or coworkers.
And we're coaching a team together this year.
Well, this is a good learning experience for the both of you to figure this ish out, okay?
We're always going to be fine, though. Like, that's one thing I can say about me and Amber. We're going to snap at each other, but 5 minutes later, she's going to be like, you want a Red Bull? I'll be like, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go pick us up some Red Bulls. Like,
sure.
The good thing about it is we don't dwell in things. Like, we hear each other. If we mad or we got something to say, we're going to say it, but we're going to move on from it. It's not like this lingering. I don't feel like it's a lingering thing.
Yeah, my sisters know Listen, my sisters, Jasmine is literally one of my sisters, apparently, is what my sisters say. Because especially my big sister, Tori, I always talk to her about, Jasmine did this to her. Jasmine made me mad, or I made Jasmine mad. She's like, my sister just lets me listen, or lets me talk, and she just listens, and she thinks it's hilarious, me and Jasmine's relationship up until this point, because it's just like the same relationship as I have with my sisters, for the most part.
Yeah.
So.
That's accurate.
It is very accurate, but we're learning.
Yeah.
We listen.
And
we don't judge. And I am just here for the roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
And Aimee,
I'm
Aimee.
I'm an innocent bystander, y'all.
She is. There's going to become a time where we gang up on you, though.
Oh, they're going to be pissed. And I'm going to just be like...
She going to be... Which will make me even more mad, because give me a reaction.
Okay? We need feelings out of you.
I'm going to be like... So
Aimee gonna be like, I'm just not gonna deal with y'all today. We can reconvene tomorrow.
Listen, I'm just a girl.
I won't do that. I'll be like, so what's the issue? No. I told them that I am the type of person where I will know that you're mad, and I will know that you have an attitude, and I will not give you the satisfaction of me asking you what is wrong, because I feel like if you're an adult, you need to open up your mouth and tell me what's wrong, and I will like intentionally drag it out and ignore that you have an attitude with me until you put on your big girl pants and tell me what's wrong.
Yeah. Well,
and so that pisses people off sometimes, because it's just like, why don't you just ask me for wrong? You're the one who has something wrong with you.
You got the problem.
Like, you have an offense.
I feel like that's cool, but I feel like that's kind of like double-edged. Like me, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I should probably bring it. But then sometimes I'll be that person like, well, why can't you just come ask me?
Yeah.
Because my thought is, I am not God, and I cannot read your mind. And so why should I always? And I think there are times
where you should.
Okay. But if I feel like a person intentionally always
you
want
to be that person.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. I'm literally going to like, unfortunately, leave you with an ultimatum of either you're going to get over it, or you're going to like sit in front of me and bring up what it is that's wrong with you, so that we can have a conversation about it.
That's not bad. That's good then. Yeah.
I just don't spoon feed people, but
yeah. And I'm just honest. I'm just a very blunt.
Amber is an acquired taste.
Yes. I'm a Libra, if that tells you anything. But I like balance. I like the good with the bad, but I want just as much good, or actually I want a little more good and this much bad. 60% good, 40%, no. That's crazy. 80% good, 20% bad. That's not balanced though, but most of my life I just wanted to be balanced in my happiness and all the things. So.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I just take it as it comes. I'm an Aries, so I think interpret that however you feel.
I love Aries. Usually I love Aries.
Beyonce is an Aries.
I'm also a person that I'm very forthcoming. Like, I will let you know if something bothers me. Like, I think that's probably why I expect people to do the same. Is like, I'm not, if I don't bring it up to you, it's because I'm intentionally deciding I'm gonna get over it.
Right.
So
yeah, I have to make that decision though, and sometimes it takes too long to make that decision to get over it or not. I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to live my life.
Well, speaking of that, we've gotten people sending us things in wanting us to talk about like the soft life era. Okay. And I really feel like we're all in our soft life era. But I do want to read ChatGPT's definition of that.
Because I'm not sure what that is. I don't even know. I'm living it. Great.
And I'm going to read ChatGPT's definition, and then we say like if that refers to us. So it says the soft life era refers to a lifestyle focused on ease, peace, and intentional joy, rejecting hustle culture, stress, and unnecessary struggle. It says it's about choosing comfort, self-care, emotional well-being, and luxury in whatever that form that means for you, rather than constantly grinding or overworking to prove success or worth.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm definitely in my soft life era. For sure.
I think so too.
I feel like I know I am, just because I have pivoted my priorities, and it's more so in making sure I'm at peace. Like when it comes to people in my life, when it comes to things that I want to do, all of those things, my peace right now is my number one priority. Like being with my fiance, making sure we're building in our relationship and that we're good going into our marriage. That's peaceful for me. So that I would feel like puts me in my soft life era. I mean, I'm working a job. Both of my jobs are jobs that I love. I'm working in my passion. I enjoy that. So it's like, I don't feel like my job is a job. So I feel like that puts me in my soft life era. I'm just focusing on things that bring me peace and joy.
Same for me. Mental health is huge for me. And I think that's my guiding principle in the whole soft life component that you just read off. Like, if you're putting me in a bad headspace or I'm overexerting myself and at the end of the day, I feel like there's nothing left for me, like, it's just not worth it. Like, going on vacations, like saying like, I want to do this.
Amber.
I want to go here. And I'd be like, oh, I got my job and the dogs. And
No, I'm taking off.
Like, no, like living a life of fulfillment is so important instead of it just being like this grinding type of thing. And also just being like, like I'm able to do something like for me and not feel bad about it.
It's like, obviously we're going to have the daily life, struggles of making sure financially you're okay and worrying about the things that we don't even have to worry about, but we're going to worry about those things, regardless. But being able to, like you said, I'm going to take off work because I want to take a trip, or I got this that I want to do, so I'm going to make sure I do it. I think, we're for sure in our soft life era. What about you, Amber?
I guess it seems like I'm in my soft life.
I feel like you've always
You changing the lights in your home is giving very soft life.
Oh, yeah, right. I just replaced all my light bulbs to like a dim. They look like fire. Yes. You're right.
And that one time you posted on social media and like your room ceiling looked like there was an ocean or something.
Oh,
it was like Starry Night.
Very much soft. Yes.
Very much soft. It was like zen.
You're
like
right.
This is my peace.
I feel like soft life era has been Amber all her life. Like, I know it's a big thing right now, but I feel like you've always done whatever you want to do. Like, you have never, I don't feel like you've ever been like put into like a box or anything. I feel like you've always,
I guess I've never thought about it.
I feel like you've always done whatever, you don't care.
Very much. Is that independent? Is that
It's not
related
even,
to that?
Well, I mean, it could be that type of thing, but I don't think of like I know you're independent, but I don't think of that. It's just,
is it me like prioritizing massages?
Yes.
And
Amber's gonna do what fulfills her over
true.
over anything else. You are gonna do what fulfills you.
Very true.
And I haven't always been like that. I used to work a lot. I work a lot anyways. But I'm saying I used to work and make sure I was pleasing everybody around me. I don't feel like, obviously you are fulfilled in your job and you do what you're supposed to do, but it's you gonna make sure you good.
100%. Especially, I think now at this point, I know you were talking about how you're protecting your peace in a sense of, if it doesn't fulfill you, then you're just like whatever. I think now, especially when it comes to people, there's certain people in my life that I have to deal with just because of the situation that I'm in. So I put these people in categories. Like, I know this person is not going to change and be who they are. So I'm going to accept who you are, but I'm going to put you in this category over here with the people that I know I can't really like be my true authentic self. Yes. Like, I know who you are, just there's no support, there's not any not support, you're just here. Like, I don't have any like or dislike towards you. I just know who you are, and I'm just gonna put you in that box because for myself, I have to protect my mental health, my peace, my everything. So you're right, I guess I have always prioritized myself in living the quote-unquote soft life. I just didn't even know. That's the first time I'm hearing this term, soft life. You have all these terms, and I've never heard these before. Because my soft life, I feel like a soft life would be
getting
like
pampered and
yeah, which I do.
But
that too.
you do that.
Yeah,
literally, you have to have your massages every month. You
seafood
have to
every week.
I'm saying, Amber has been in a soft life era. It's just now has a title. Literally.
That's so interesting.
My soft life looks different. So, like, I do my own nails. So, like, if my nails looking jacked, I will do my nails. I will. Stars might be TMI. Like, okay, I need to wax my underarms. Like, I will literally carve out like hours, and I will turn on a show, pour my glass of wine, and like literally zone out. Or it's like, okay, I want to go get a pedicure. I've worked all week. I've given every ounce of myself. I'm just going to put everything on pause and go and dedicate this amount of time for me. Or I'm going to go do Pilates, or I'm going to sit and like read a book or just watch trashy TV. And I think the element of like, TV. Like, I want to see people pull hair, fight, and call each other every name but a child of God. And then go on a girls trip together the next day. Like, I love investing in that, but it gets to a point where it's like, I'll think about all the ways I've given to myself for others, and I literally like, yep, I have met my quota for the day, my quota for the week. Everybody else, fend for yourself.
Right.
I'm gonna just focus on me.
Right.
And I feel like not being in the soft life, you wouldn't have that trigger to know like, okay, everybody else got to take a back seat, like focus on you, and you just keep grinding 24/7.
I know I do. Like, I guess so this goes with my soft life, and every day I only take a shower. Like, I take my shower time very seriously. Like,
Yes.
I
She
only
lights
shower
a
by
candle.
candlelight and Himalayan salt lamps.
Oh,
Yes. I will light 7 candles, 1 3-wick. Like, it's just like I literally
It's an
buy
experience.
candles for my shower. Yes.
Yes.
Listen. And so I have to change all my lights in my bathroom for my soft life to match my aesthetic. But I make sure, like, I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but have y'all ever heard of a silicone loofah? I'm going to order y'all one. Game changer. So I don't.
Because I can't use I don't like the regular loofahs.
Right.
I love them.
I like regular loofah. I like all the things,
don't.
but I hate sometimes it makes me feel weird to use a rag on my face if I've used it on my body.
Oh, so I do
Two.
loofah is just body, and then I use a rag.
Just face. Like, I have 2 towels
Yeah.
when I get out of the shower, one
Y'all
for my
are
face
not
and one
using
for my body.
rags on y'all's face.
No, not on my face. I
that's what
wash
I'm
with my
saying.
hands.
That's what
Oh.
I'm. But when you're in a
Okay,
hotel,
okay,
like, you have no
okay,
choice.
okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Y'all, I was
You have
You
no
already got onto
choice.
your face.
I
wipes.
already got on to Aimee about face wipes. Sorry, it's the
Yeah.
SD.
No, you have no choice when you're like, we travel. We're not in a
yeah,
hotel.
yeah.
So I found this silicone loofah. I'm going to order y'all one. It is game changer. Like, it exfoliates your skin. Like, it just adds to like a self-care. It just made my skin feel so
and
good.
with it being silicone, I like the thought
Yeah.
of that because that's easier to clean.
Right. Yes. And it doesn't harbor germs. Yes. That was the biggest
That's why I
thing.
don't like loofahs.
Yeah.
But a silicone
change my
one,
loofahs out
you
pretty
can-
often, you know.
Me too.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that y'all do.
Yeah.
Other people, I don't know, but
Their loofahs are petri dishes.
Once
Yes,
it starts
exactly.
getting loose, it's time to let it go. Listen, because it starts real tight and then it starts dragging. It's time to let her go.
It's a little lumpy. I
Yes,
agree.
yeah.
no, but I love the thought of a silicone one.
Listen,
because I can clean
girls,
that.
I need you to your next shower, whenever you have some time, and it's not like an everything shower where you need to see and have light. Like, light
Not
a bunch of
everything
candles,
shower.
put them on your sink. Yeah, put them on your sink, put them on your bathtub. Get a Himalayan salt lamp if you can, or just candles in general, and take a shower and I usually put on a podcast or listen to music. I don't watch it necessarily, but like, my shower time is
It's like
okay,
a spa
life is
whenever
okay.
it takes a
Yes.
shower.
I need
Life is okay.
tips.
I'm fine. Yeah, I got you. I actually bought a new
literally-
candle, and I wasn't going to tell you this because I was mad at you, but it's called Jasmine, and it smells really good, and it's my favorite one. But yeah, I got
Not
4
you
new
weren't gonna
candles.
tell me because you was mad at me.
Yes.
You see the
But that's
thing?
gross.
I took a
She
picture
did.
of it and everything, and I was going to send it to. I said, you know what? I'm not sending it. I'm not even going to tell her it's my favorite. So, lavender
Messed
it
up.
is.
Messed up.
But yeah, I guess I have always wanted to take care of myself. So if
I
that's
feel
a
like that
soft
has
life,
always
beautiful.
been.
But I feel like you're doing better now
Oh,
about it.
Oh, I used to listen. Any job that I worked got all of me, and by the time I got home, there was nothing left to give to myself or to anybody else. Like, I used to, and my mama always used to tell me, Jasmine, if you were to quit tomorrow, they would replace you.
Absolutely.
Like, my mom used to go in on me because, as a preacher's kid, I used to work on Sundays. So if I could go to church, I was leaving right after church before church ended to get to cheer practice or to wherever I was working on Sundays. And my mom did not like that. And she would always be like, if you were to quit tomorrow, they would have your job posted and they would have your replacement within 48 hours.
Because life goes on.
It does.
And it has to.
That's
So
true.
it took a few years of my mom saying that to me before I actually took heed to it. And ever since then, I mean, now I'd be like, I'm going to take off. I'm going to go wherever I want to go.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to think twice about it.
My first time actually having that realization was a job that I had in South Carolina, and I'll shout out my boss at the time. Her name was Willette, if she ever watches this, but
Hey, Willette.
she was the
Hey,
one
girl.
who introduced me to like a mental health day.
Ooh,
Like-
yes, girl.
And in work, like some employment places like don't respect that. And so I'm not saying that that's something that's easily accessible to people, but like in that job, like you were literally taking people to the hospital, like working on a college campus, calling people's parents, like overdose, suicide, all like, and that is a lot, to have to like see young adults in that space, just going to college and also, pretty much kind of being their nurturer in a way, just by way of the job. And she literally will be like, the same thing your mom told you, like if you die tomorrow, you quit tomorrow, like you are replaceable, and this is a business. This is the business, and the business has to keep running. But at the end of the day, like, if your mental is like not intact, and even if you're going to just sit at home and do absolutely nothing but just stare at the wall, you have sick leave. Like your mental health, that's health at the end of the day. So like figure out how you're going to take care of your mental health. And if you need to take a mental health day to get yourself back on track, like do that.
Before I even schedule teams for my summertime, I already mark off the days off. Like I already mark off days off before I schedule. And those are non-negotiable days that I'm off this day, and it is what it is. I can't do your routine because I know at this time of the year, last year, I was probably having a spiral or a meltdown, and I made a mental note. Like, this is the time of year where you're going to need a break. So I go ahead and take all those days before I even schedule anything in the summertime.
So I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to get in your soft life era, and you need to take your mental days, and you need to understand that your mental, physical, emotional, all of that is important. And if you were to leave this earth tomorrow, your job is going to replace you.
Yep.
So
and your friends will too. And whatever that thing is, it could not be your job. It could be the role you play in your friend's life and your family's life. Like always putting yourself last. Yeah, no. That can have a big domino effect.
Never.
Ever. Well, I think we can wrap up episode 4, guys.
Let's do it. Are we ready for 5, 6, 7, 8?
Well, thanks everybody for listening and watching, and continue to give us feedback because we love it. We love hearing from you. We would love for you to give us topic ideas or send us in some stories that you want us to read, anything.
But if you have some stories you want us to talk about, let us know. Yes. That'll be fun for our audiences too.
So, but we are encouraging you to get in your soft life era. Yep. So that wraps up episode 4, guys.
All right, ladies. And 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bye.
See ya.